All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahahakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. It's the brother Isaiah from the Pittsburgh GMS camp, coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, this edifying. Oh, Salat. This save changes. All right. So here we go. Got a little video clip, I want to run. I don't own the rights to this video. This is for educational purposes only. But we'll see how it goes. Okay. With the whole strike thing, I'm already on another channel, but it is what it is. It's a part of this ministry. Now let's hit play.
Overnight, protesters swarming the streets, angry at new COVID restrictions. Hundreds of New Yorkers facing off with police after this bar was shut down for flaunting COVID restrictions. The owner arrested Tuesday after declaring the building an autonomous zone, refusing to stop serving customers indoors, despite orders from the mayor and governor.
Target's not a health risk. Walmart's not a health risk. The hypocrisy, riots are not health risks.
The battle over bars and restaurants raging across the country. In Michigan, a judge shutting down the effort to reopen, ruling that the state can keep establishments closed under its pandemic order. Meanwhile, on the West Coast, 2 travelers are facing jail time for flying from San Francisco to Hawaii, even though they had tested positive for COVID at the airport, potentially exposing other passengers. The White House Coronavirus Task Force now warning anyone who traveled over Thanksgiving to assume they're infected.
It's likely we're going to see a blip in the sense of a surge upon a surge.
Dr. Anthony Fauci also criticizing President Trump's decision to host a crowded Christmas party at the White House.
It doesn't matter where you are, who you are, or where you're doing it. It's a risky situation.
It comes as the head of the CDC warns the U.S. could see another 200,000 deaths in the next 3 months.
I actually believe they're going to be the most difficult time in the public health history of this nation.
Hospitalizations across the country now topping 100,000, an all-time high. With beds filling up, a children's hospital in Arkansas is now taking on adult patients. The UK approved Pfizer's COVID vaccine Wednesday, but it will be at least a week before the vaccine gets the green light in the U.S. Fauci says that's because of stricter safety standards here.
The UK did not do it as carefully. They got a couple of days ahead. I don't think that makes much difference.
Back in Washington, just days after that indoor party at the White House, sources say the State Department plans to host several holiday parties with hundreds of guests, despite health officials warning against such gatherings.
All right, Connor, and I muted my mic so it wouldn't be a an echo.
COVID restrictions.
It's a lot. So hopefully I don't get any strikes or whatever for playing that video. Who knows? I guess I'll just have to see. But there's a lot that was said in that video. Probably should have paused it. Okay, but the main theme, which I'm gonna kind of mute it now. The main theme you can see is the deceit. All right. So the first thing, let's just start right here. It talks about this daily death toll sets record. Okay, now you just saw, Lord willing, if y'all was following my other channel, you just saw that I posted that I was at the hospital yesterday. Okay, and there was nobody out there, man. There was nobody out there. The parking lot was, or the parking area where you pull up and you drop off people. There was no one there. The only people that was there was employees. The waiting room was empty. There was nobody trying to get in and get scanned. Okay, it wasn't that late at night, so people could still come into the building. So, but there was no one there, But let E tell it. Okay, there's all these millions of people that's trying to get in and and be seen. Okay, and basically it just all goes back to the serpent's deceit. All right. Which the serpent was a man. Okay, we're not going to go into that too deep into this lesson, but the serpent was a man of another nation, okay, who deceived, okay, the woman Eve into partaking of the actions of another nation. Like I said, it's for another lesson. But let's just get some of these scriptures, man, on this deceit, man, okay? I went to the Bible, like Apostle Hart Elder Apostle Hart kind of mentioned sometimes where you can just go and you can type in a keyword and you'll find precepts on it, okay? And in this particular one, I typed in deceit, all right? So let's just read a few of these, okay? All right. Job chapter 15, okay? And we'll start at verse 34, okay? It says, "For the congregation of hypocrites shall be desolate, and fire shall consume the tabernacles of bribery. They conceive mischief and bring forth vanity, and their belly prepareth deceit," okay? And the belly of these E's prepareth deceit, man, okay? Because they literally sat up and they formulated a whole plan, okay, of how to deceive, okay, the world, okay, so that they could catch Jake and destroy him, okay? And that's literally what they've done here, okay? It's just deceit, man. They're pushing this propaganda to the utmost level, all right? They're pushing it to the utmost level where they're just trying to catch you out, man, with bull crap, So there goes the first thing, that they're over exaggerating, okay, the amount of people that have been affected by this particular thing, okay? Let's scroll forward. Which you see these Jakes, not these Jakes, these E's, okay, and these people, they're bucking against it already, okay? Which is going to further give them justification for bringing out, all right, the martial law, man, the different troops, all right? Which really, we gotta it really sucks, or whatever, because we gotta try to watch what we say, all right, or otherwise our videos will get stricken down, okay? Let me see if I can get the. I don't think they're gonna show anything, any nightly. We'll leave it right here to talk about it. But like I said, it really sucks because you got to watch what you say, all right? Otherwise, you'll get a strike on your channel, okay? Shoot, like I said, I can't post for another 8 days, which I think 7 now, okay? For quote-unquote medical misinformation. But the truth is, okay, that there have been so many testimonies out there of the adverse effects of going on a date with Maxine that, it's not a lie. There's no way it could be a false thing, when you see you hear these testimonies and you see the effects on these people's children, okay? There's just no way it could be false information or fake news, okay? But this devil is so deceitful that they're going to continue to hold this narrative until the end. All right, Psalms 10. And I'll just start at verse 1. Says, "Why standest thou afar off, O Yahweh? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble? The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined." All right? And that's the main people that's going to be affected and targeted, okay, by this whole situation is the poor, all right? Because right now what they're doing, they're giving out money, okay? Let's see here. Money for Maxines. Okay. What does it say? Money for taking. Yeah, here it goes. Pay Americans $1,500 stimulus check proposed to get Americans to take the vaccine. Okay. A former presidential candidate says paying skeptical people to get the vaccine will be an extra incentive to get the country back to normal. You got to ask yourself a question. Why are they willing to pay you to take a vaccine? Why do they want to tempt you with money for you to stick something in your arm? You gotta ask you gotta really question when E want to just throw money at you, okay? But a lot of people gonna take it, okay, if they do decide to do it. The faster we get 75% of this country vaccinated, the faster we can end corona. Oh, shit. I gotta come up with a better word. What is a word that I want to use for that? I don't know. I had to think about that for real because it just comes out of my mouth and I'm just, you know. But they're literally watching to take down videos when you say that. You know, when you say these different key words, man. The faster we can end, I don't know, cojones. And the sooner everything returns to normal, said former U.S. rep. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Matter of days. But there remains a fair amount of skepticism about vaccine, largely due to the fact that it has been rolled out faster than previous. Man, look, these folks ain't dumb like that. You know, they looking like, bro, y'all rolled that out a little fast, didn't you? A Gallup poll released November 17 found 42% of Americans would not agree to vaccination approved by the FDA. Said the rush timeline was a concern. Others needed confirmation whether it's safe. 12% said they just don't generally trust it. Okay.
Well, now to our facts, not fear coverage of COVID-19. And Ohio has reported nearly 9,500 new confirmed cases. We've seen 377 new hospitalizations, 127.
Chill, man. Ain't nobody asked you to play that, man. Anyway, it's getting muted. You know? Because now they're going to probably try to flag me based off of that. We'll see. But, all right, let's continue. Yeah, so this talks about Obama, Bush, Clinton volunteered to publicly get the vaccine to show it's safe. Hey, man, nobody trust them, man. You know, now, we don't trust them. Hey, and they might get them something different. Don't worry, President. It's just a former president. It's just salt water, sugar water. We have to create an incentive for people to really accelerate their thinking about taking it. It costs $300 and blah, blah, blah. So as you can see, you know, they're finding all these different ways where they can, and this is how they're getting the poor of the people. Okay? One of the ways they're going to get the poor. Okay? It says, the wicked in his pride have persecuted the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. Because they imagine to kill you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? And they're going to pay you to take the poison. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. Okay? His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. Okay, all right, and that's how these E's work, man. This deceit and this fraud that they're pushing out there. All these so-called exploding cases of coronavirus virus. I still don't know what to call it. Okay, and you know, this is how they roll, man. It says he lurketh in the city, in the places of the villages, in the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. Okay. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. He croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. You see? So there's a lot on this, okay? You know? He crouches, he go crouching and humbling, take heed. You shall see, you know, look, man. We keep telling you, never trust your enemy, man. Okay? You know? Never trust thy enemy, for like his iron rust, so of his wickedness. Okay? So he crouched himself and go humbling. Or Salaki, I'm gonna get it. The Rock 12. So he humble himself and go crouching. Okay, what does it say? He croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. Never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. What make you think these same people, okay, that performed that did the whole Tuskegee experiment, what make you think that now they got your well-being in mind? These same people that did all these experiments on your people, okay, the same nation of people, they still won't give your nigga ass reparations, which, you know, we don't want reparations. The only way to really give reparations is for these people to go into captivity like they put you into captivity. That's the only way for that to happen. But what make you think that these people have your best interests in mind? You know, Bill Gates said it himself when he was speaking about population. Okay, that maybe through the vaccinations and the Planned Parenthood and stuff, maybe we can lower these numbers. You know, maybe we can get that number down. Talking about the population growth. So if he wants to control the population growth by using vaccines and by using Planned Parenthood, but what are those vaccines? How can a vaccine? I thought a vaccine was supposed to increase the length of life. So how is that supposed to lower the population increase? Okay, and we know what Planned Parenthood is about. It's about preventing births, and I believe they also do abortions. So that's one definite way. But how is a vaccine supposed to lower those numbers? Oh, because it kills people. Oh, okay. That's how. You know? And E probably gonna strike this video too. Who knows? You know? But I don't want to take it too long. I'm gonna just start hitting these precepts, man. I'm gonna just keep reading them. Though he humbled himself and go crouching. So you see that. So back to Psalms 10. He croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. He hath said in his heart, the Most High hath forgotten. He hideth his face. He will never see it. Okay? And so this is what E says. And this reminded me of another precept, Isaiah 47. Okay? I'm going to just get to the point. In 6, it says, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance, and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. Okay, and this is talking about, okay, Babylon, all right? Let's just read at the top. You see it, which this is the daughter of Babylon is speaking about. It says, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. All right, and this is Yeehaw Fleetum, okay? You know, you can work it out what that's going into. If it rhymes with somebody out the Bible. Yeehaw Fleetum, okay? They like to say yeehaw, and they're going to be fleeing when them chariots hit, all right? Put 2 and 2 together, please. All right, let's continue. So, verse 7 says, And thou saidst, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Okay? And it says, he said, he hath said in his heart, the Most High have forgotten, he hideth his face, he will never see it. Okay? And I think there was another one that says, right here it says, he hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. Okay? What does it say here? And now it says, I shall be a lady forever. Okay? Meaning that it won't never come upon them. You see? That's what these E's really think, is that judgment is never coming upon them. Okay? That's truly what they think. Okay? Psalms 52 and 2. Okay, this is the nature of these E's, man. Of Yeehaw Fleetum. Why boastest thou self in mischief, O mighty man? The goodness of the Most High endure continually. Thy tongue deviseth mischiefs like a sharp razor, working deceitfully. Okay? And that's what they do, man. Okay? The Lord willing, this is edifying, I was having trouble kind of wording some of these things. 64:3, Psalm 64, and I'll start at 1. Hear my voice to the chief musician, the Psalm of David. Hear my voice, O power, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bow to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Okay? And so just going back to what I read, Psalms 52:2 says, thy tongue deviseth mischiefs like a sharp razor working deceitfully. Okay? Like a sharp razor. So why did it say like a sharp razor? Because they whet their tongues, or they sharpen their tongues like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. All right. And so they got all these different wicked, things that they say. All right. And they got all these mischiefs and deceits that they speak. It says in Psalms, I think that's Psalms 50. I don't think it's in 2. Okay. Psalms 50. Yeah, Psalms 50, and I'll just read verse 19. It says, thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue framest deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. So they're lying about their own mother's sons, okay? And Jacob and Esau was brothers. All right, so you so-called, let's not say that. Let's just say, so Yeehaw Freedom is speaking against the children of Israel, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, by saying that you're the primary victim of the virus, okay? That you're the main carriers, all right? And we need to get you poked and get you that jab, okay? Get you that date with Maxine first, all right? Because you need it the most. When in actuality, they're trying to take you out the game, okay? Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. Okay? And so just tying it in with them being basically being forgetful of what the Lord is going to actually do to them, of the recompense, that's going to happen. Okay? All right? The wickedness is in the midst thereof, deceit and guile depart not from her streets. Psalms 55. But I ain't gonna, I ain't gonna carry it on too long. Proverbs 12:5 said, the thoughts of the righteous are right, but the counsels of the wicked are deceit. So anyway, man, that's what they got going on. There was some more I could talk on this. You saw it. They criminalized these two individuals. All right, they criminalized them for quote unquote for traveling, even though they got what is it? look how she looking. She like yeah. But anyway, they criminalized them for traveling, even though they tested positive. Okay. They're telling people if you travel for the holidays, you should assume you became infected. You see what they're doing? Assume that you became infected. Just be afraid. Be very afraid, and assume that you were infected. All right. They're gonna assume all these people are infected. He's pushing this narrative. Okay. More deaths, packed hospitals, things of that nature. 100,000 plus hospitalized. Now, maybe it's different somewhere else, but regardless of where you are, you get these same skyrocketing numbers of people, supposedly. But no matter, I've been to at least 2 hospitals, and it wasn't nothing like what they said it was, and even went behind the doors because my people had to go in. And we went back behind the doors, and it wasn't packed to the brim. I've been in hospitals where it was packed. and there was people lying in the hallways. We went to the emergency department. It wasn't that full. We didn't see people waiting for beds in the hallway because of this exploding epidemic, you know? Just to show you, man, that they got their deceit. They got that deceit machine working, man, full blast. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end it there. I'm going to give all honor, glory, and praises to, okay, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. All right. Hey, look, we almost up out of this thing. Hey, it's time to tighten up, not lighten up. We got to trim off these different wicked ways that, you know, may be trying to still attach to us or research or reveal themselves or come back. Because them demons is going to try to come back into the end, okay? They want to sift you out this truth, all right? And they working full time, okay? Just like Eve's working full time to demonize this truth, those spirits is working full time to try to hop back on you, me, and whoever else that's in this truth, man. What did Yahweh Shai tell Peter? He said, Satan desired to sift you. Satan desired to have you that he may sift you as wheat, okay? And we don't want to be sifted. We want to be one of those grains that get held in the basket, because everything else, the chaff and all that, is going to fall onto the ground, all right? So, you know, once again, like I said, all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopefully elect. Hey, Shalom, Wa Abba Babal. Keep your head up. Shalom.